What is that? It's
Haruka
breath.
Bird, are you both breatharian? You ought
Hmm.
to answer that one, Nabia.
Ah, you know, depending on your definition of breatharian, I can answer really. Um,
Yeah.
if you look at my latest post on my video where I was upside down, I really put down a lot on that caption where I'm telling people, okay, every time you hear breatharian, it doesn't mean like the person's completely dry.
Mm,
You know, it's just like we're not a consumers. We're more connectors, and we're not a consumers. That I can say. So I
mm,
try not to consume anything in any kind of way. You know, whether it is information, food, drinks, whatever, overstimulated. That I'm
yeah.
conscious about what I put in. I get my nourishment through different things that people don't call food, you know, like air, just long walks, just laying in the grass, just, you know, climbing a tree or just being silly or just playing in the playground or just doing whatever I feel like. That's how I get nourishment, you know, as long as I'm not hurting anybody, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we don't have that consumer mindset where we're just consuming. So if that's what breatharian means to you, then yes. If it means to you that, oh, person that don't eat anything, they just sit in the sun and then you charge up and then they go and fly and they don't no,
They
no.
go
If
and
that's what,
fly.
yeah. If that's what you think,
That that sounds like a fun one. I definitely want to fly at some point.
yeah, but we're not flying right now, right? We're still
Not
human.
there yet. Not
Yeah.
there yet. Give us a couple months.
Couple of months. Like right now, we're just flowing, right? It's like
Yeah.
some people will need like some drugs or something to make you feel like this,
Yeah.
right? But if you,
Yeah.
yeah,
People have no idea. They have no idea how good they could feel off their own sobriety. I almost want to call it, you
hmm
know?
hmm yeah,
Like
sobriety.
I can't like people you can't I don't like it's like you can't even really describe it because people have to feel it. You know what I mean? Like feeling is understanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when my friend Mario that I told you that just did the juice fast. I was talking to him earlier during my walk, and yeah, he was like telling his brother about it because his brother started getting interested, and he might do the juice fast with him. And he realized too. He's like, yeah, I could tell him everything about it, but he's not gonna really know until he does it and feels it for himself. And so
Look at
it's
the
like,
other question.
what's that?
Look at the
Oh,
other question.
do you do weed? No, no.
You will look so high. That's why.
That's
That's what
funny.
breatharian is. You just high.
Yeah, real talk. That's what a lot of it is, at least for me. Um, yeah, it's about getting high off your own supply. Like, your own internal supplies.
Mhm.
It's really like about no needs. So like and then there's everyone's at different levels of like consumption, let's just say. But I think a big part of like the realistic level, I guess,
Mhm.
of breatharian for most people is like the first stage to me is like when you realize that physical nourishment isn't all we've been told.
Mm.
When you finally break free from the nutritional regimen that we've been told,
Yeah.
that you need a certain amount of this and this and this and this, when you really realize that your body really can do without, and that there's other, like you said, there's so many other forms of nourishment that don't even get talked about.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm. Yeah.
when you really realize. And a lot of people, like Ellie Tom says, like you don't get there by just putting tape in your mouth, right? Like
Yeah.
And so a lot of people they glorify just the part of no food. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for those that get captivated by that part, the no eating part, and they just kind of like get excited by that title, like
Mm-hmm.
the ego kind of latches onto that. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
th those people have a harder time because they're only restricting themselves and they're not experiencing the like the
Yeah.
freedom of it. Like
Yeah. It's the
remember for
absence.
me, yeah, I remember for me, I started down this path because I went on a 90-day juice
Mm-hmm.
fast and I was feeling amazing. I was like day 70 or something like that. And a friend of mine, who was like very deep into the occult knowledge, like he would study a lot of occult stuff and anyway, he sent me a video of this like person that went through like a breatharian initiation and like they had so much joy in their eyes and he was just talking about how he only eaten like a few blueberries like that whole month and he's just like he was glowing and I just remember thinking like wow, I feel this great of juices. Like, are you telling me there's another level like of bliss? It's like what, I gotta experience that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what like captivated me with it. And I feel like those who get attracted, who are attracted to like the joy of it, they're seeking like more self-awareness, joy, and cultivation. I just feel like they knock their heads less.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those that try hard to just become independent, a lot of times uh, they end up with more inner turmoil, fights
Mm-hmm.
between themselves and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, more resistance and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Like I said,
yeah.
it's like they put it in a room and then they sit outside the door and guard it. It's like, yeah, it's not about food, you know. But I also think it's because of the food that we have inside, it's what's making the information, how we think, how we do things. That's because of the
Yeah.
internal content. Like it's like what you eat, that's what you are, right? So the less
Right.
you consume, the more awareness you gain. You know, because you empty yourself, right? And the more empty you
100%.
are, yeah, it's not like so much information inside of you
Right.
that's going out. Because of like when people eat, certain things, they are angrier, they are more frustrated, they don't understand things. And it's like that's because of what you have inside of you. That's what's
Right.
coming out, right? So I feel
Hmm.
like when you go on a juice fast, you become absent from all that cooked food, all that processed food. You become absent from all
Yeah.
that kind of information that was clogging you up before, right? So you find that inner joy, like, oh my God, I'm feeling like so light. Now I just want to, jump around and have fun. And, you see your body changes. There's certain things that you would do, your muscles, the tightness in your body just loosens up and stuff. And it's like, oh my God, I'm feeling this way because of the I'm not full of all the other stuff, right? And then when you go with
Hmm.
less juices, it's like let's say like you don't drink a lot of different ingredients every day,
Right.
like you don't introduce your body to so
Simpler.
much different fruits, right? So you go for simple, like let's say like mono diet. It's just one
Hmm.
thing. Your body's just consuming one thing, it's intaking one thing. So now it's absent from all the other information, which means like all the other vegetables, all the fruits, whatever you take, right? And like you said in the beginning, you have to lose that mindset of nutrition. So if you have to say like, oh my God, I had apples today, I have to have a pineapple because I need to get this from that and this. No, you're not taking something from anything. It's just an entertainment going on,
Hmm.
The fruit is like you testing your body, you're becoming more aware of it, you're more conscious of what goes in, right? So it's like now I have like one type of juice inside of me. So then my awareness increases. Parts of my body is opening up. My mind is like it's different. I'm thinking differently because now it's absent from all that information. So the emptier you are, the more awareness you gain. And it's like now you're conscious about whatever that goes in, because I at least know, like, everything that I put into my mouth is like information. If it's just like when I read something, that's an information that goes internally. And it's like
Yeah.
if I internalize that and I make it my own, now I see things that way, right? That's why I don't think, like, the books that I read is like another mind. Why would I take another mind's words
Mm-hmm.
and just put it into myself and then admit that, right?
Mm-hmm.